What's up, everybody? It's me, Valinor. We're back here today with some more Valheim. If you remember our last video, we ended with the building the smelters and the kilns, and then we were getting our ores smelted into bars so we could start crafting some of that bronze gear and some of the other stuff. After the video ended, I kind of got to thinking about the setup that we had with our smelters and was kind of thinking it might be good to do some change ups. Start planning ahead for building our larger base and such. So I went and started doing some remodeling. Um, kind of got a little carried away. Decided to build a new house. Removed that little house we had over here. Went ahead and made this is going to be our forging and crafting area. We stacked our kilns. Got our smelter set up. Got our forge table in here. And collected wood, stone. Got things going and started building a house here because we had core wood now. I went out to the Black Forest and got some core wood. As you can see, they make nice logs, which are great for going down into the water and building a foundation because they're much taller than the regular wood. You can see it's much longer, so you can use one to get that length. So that really helps with maintaining your structural stability, because as you can see, the higher you build, the weaker your structures become. And this basically just means the more items you have between the top and the bottom, no matter what they are, is going to reduce it. So by having one large support pillar, it allows us to build taller structures without losing stability and having it crash on us. So as you can see, I built a nice new house right on the water. Downstairs is going to be an area I'm going to use for crafting. I got my storage chests all moved over. Upstairs is going to be where I build the main bedroom and such once I unlock more of that. The only downside is I got a little ahead of myself and started building all this, only to remember that in order to sleep in a bed, you have to have a fire nearby. But you can't put a fire on the wood, so I couldn't put my bed in there, and I can't cook in there yet, not until we get stone and we can build a hearth. So what I did was over here, where I have my forge, I just built a little loft upstairs and put a bed there and a little campfire outside. So the campfire is close enough, lets me sleep in the bed. So for now, it's just as good. It's kind of not what I wanted because just using this little spot here to do it. But it still works. It gives me my rested bonus, no problem. And I've got this nice flat area. As you can see, I went down and mined. And I also put a border of wood around it so I could make sure that it was all level with that same height. And then I used my hoe to level the ground all the way across. So what I'm going to do is, for now, this will be my smelting and crafting, and on this side later in the game when I get the higher level smelting and stuff, I'll build it on this side and be able to just go right down between it. And as you can see, being able to use the core wood, I was able to actually build a structure and a frame that allowed me to stack the two kilns. Otherwise, I would not have been able to do that, and it would have given me problems trying to stack them because the smelter has to be on ground, or what it considers ground level. As you can see, we put our hammer on. That's blue. That means it's on the ground. And see, now this is green, but you see these are blue. I was able to build the core wood into like a frame with crossbars, which allowed me to put the kiln on top of this one. And then I've got my smelter over here with a few chests in between. And my forge. So once I get to some copper, tin, I can start crafting some more stuff. And that's the little loft where I'm sleeping currently to get my buffs. So everything is built. Everything's nice and laid out. As you can see, a lot more trees are gone because it took quite a bit of wood to build this. But eventually this will all be cleared out. And then I'll just have an area where I plant the tree seeds just to do tree farm whenever I need wood. So I don't have to go so far. But the plan is, as I expand, going to build out in this direction over there towards these hills, because I'm still going to need a lot of farm area for all the different crops that are going to be in the game now. So we've got carrots already that we can't plant, but there's going to be at least 2 to 3 others, turnips, as well as onions, and possibly others that they'll be adding. So we're going to need a lot of area for farming here, but we have plenty of space open. I haven't built any walls yet, so we'll be fine. So now that we've got everything built, everything's set up, the next goal is going to be just get out into that dark forest again and start gathering. Keep gathering that copper and tin, and perhaps find that trader. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I've got all my gear repaired. Everything looks good. So we're going to go head off. And of course the closest copper is over here, but there's a lot of dark forest over here towards the Elder, so that's where I want to go. I'm going to head towards the Elder, see if I can't find the trader and perhaps some more copper, and that's going to be our goal. So we're going to run through. I won't make you watch me just running and mining. I'll try and speed that up into a quicker clip, and once we get back with some of that copper tin, we're going to get smelting and see what we can make. Unfortunately, we still only have the 1 boar. Not in a rush to get more, but we will need to find the 2nd boar soon so we can start breeding him, because we're going to want more boar meat. The leather is not going to be as important as we progress through the game, but the boar meat is going to be used in a lot of recipes, so that's something that we're going to want to have a suitable way of getting it in large quantities without having to go out and hunt boars every time. Well, we're back in the dark forest. We're going to keep our eyes open for any copper deposits that we might come across, so we mark them down. As you notice, I'm wearing a troll hide hood now, so I was able to get 1 troll while I was out getting core wood to build the house. So we're getting there. Only thing left now is to get enough troll hide to make the cape, and then we're going to need a lot of it still to do the upgrades. But it's getting there. We're slowly getting better armor, which will help us out for dealing with that 2nd boss. And there's plenty of dark forest nearby, so there's plenty of copper and plenty of tin. So we're not going to be short on that. It's just going to be a matter of spending the time to gather it all. He survived the shot. I'll go ahead and deal with these 2, and then I'll mark my map for this copper deposit. It's always best to make sure that you're safe and clear before going into your map in the dark forest. You don't want a troll sneaking up on you. They do shake the ground quite hard when they're moving, but if you're not paying attention, they can't sneak up on you and deal with you pretty quick. And of course, we're going to keep our eyes open for any carrots that we see, any carrot seeds, because we're going to need a lot of carrots once we can craft that food. And it's just much quicker if you have plenty of seeds before you start. Otherwise, you're going to have to grow the carrots and then replant them for seeds, and then just do that over and over until you have enough. Nice little 2-star gray dwarf there. As you'll notice, all the guys with higher stars drop a lot more resources on death. That goes for any of the animals like boars and deer, as well as regular enemies like these that drop items. We saw the 2-star dropped quite a bit of wood and stone and gray dwarf eyes. Those guys are quite annoying. Make sure you always dodge the poison. It won't kill you with one hit, but it is quite annoying to get poisoned by them. And always take the treasures. Those will be useful. We don't need the leather right now. And we'll hold on to the rest for now. Pick up some blueberries. Those are going to be real useful for when we start making mead. As well as some of the higher level foods. We'll use blueberries. So it's definitely something we want to be grabbing. Not mushrooms. Don't ever pass up the mushrooms. Alright, so we're making good progress getting through here. We're still heading in the right direction. Heading down towards the Elder in this general direction. I like to scope out the coasts. Kind of get the bearings of the size of the area I'm working with. Rather than just kind of running around the center. Ooh, there we go. We got a troll. Alright, we got the sneak attack. He doesn't seem to be interested in us. I can't tell if we're hurting him. We should be. Yeah, he's coming now. Yeah, we got him down to half already. It's always difficult fighting inside the dark forest, so you get stuck on quite a few things. Trees, stones. All it takes is getting stuck one time for him to get that hit off on you, and that's usually it. Now we're lucky this isn't one of the trolls carrying the logs, so he does have to get right up on us. And not too bad. We're getting better weapons, so the trolls are becoming somewhat less of a threat. But if they sneak up on you, they're still gonna cause quite a bit of damage. So we still got to keep our eyes open and be careful. And we'll pick up anything that he happened to break for us. And of course we have a troll cave here. No reason to go inside right now. There probably is a troll inside. I don't feel like fighting another one at the moment. But what we can do is grab the stuff off this guy and head up here right underneath the overhang. We can get out of the rain. And we'll put on our hammer, see if we can build us a fire and dry off. And sit down. We should be able to get the rested buff since we're out of the rain and we're covered. Yeah, it's only going to be a short 8-minute buff, but we can just sit here for a few seconds and get that. And having that rested buff will be a lot better, especially now that it's raining. Otherwise, our stamina would just be really, really slow regeneration. And we don't want that. So we'll just give it a few seconds. Alright, there we go. It's only an 8-minute buff since we're just out here with the campfire. But once again, that's still better than not having it. And we'll just keep exploring, keeping our eyes open for anything useful. This far away from the camp, we're not really worried about marking all the copper because we've got a lot we have to use up before we need to come this far to get it. Quite a few guys here, a little outpost of bad guys. Not too bad. They're not too dangerous. Now that we've got better weapons and armor, they're not really that hard. They're not very intelligent enemies, and nowhere near as bad as some of the later game ones. No, we don't really need flint or leather scraps, so we'll leave those there. We'll just check this treasure chest. Yep, take all that. Don't need the bones. Yeah, we'll just keep everything else for now. We may end up dropping more stuff as we progress through, and that's okay. A lot of these things we have quite a few of back at home. I'll just hold on to them now. There's no point in wasting them since we've got them. Plus, with the Hearth and Home update, there's no way to know for sure if some of these things won't be useful. I haven't done any research ahead of time about the new recipes and such, because I kind of just want to go into it blind and experience it new. So there's no way to tell if any of those items will be useful yet. Still no more carrots. It's kind of surprising. I had hoped we'd get some nice carrots while we were out here. Getting pretty close to the location of the boss. Or I should say the place where we'll summon the boss. He, of course, isn't there yet. And we do not yet have enough of the items required to summon him. So there's still no rush getting to him. I'll go ahead and check out his location first before exploring those gray areas. Alright. This is the place where we'll summon the second boss, the Elder. And it says to burn their young. Of course, what we know is he's a tree boss, and as you can see, it shows you right there on top what you need to burn. And those are the seeds, the ancient seeds that we get from some of these higher level gray dwarf enemies. They can also be found at those purple things out there. Those are spawners for the gray dwarfs. So you can get the seeds you need from destroying those, or from fighting some of the higher level difficulty gray dwarfs. Now that we found the boss, we'll go ahead and just pop up here and explore this area, clear it out so it's not gray. Look for anything nice we want. Well, plenty of berries. Ooh, some carrots, so those will be nice. Pick those up. Yeah, so each one of those little purple smoky areas, that's a location for a spawner. They can be useful later in game, so I don't want to destroy them just yet unless I have to. Plenty of berries. Yeah, nice. Plenty of berries right here. Picking up the thistle now. Go ahead and get as much as we can stored up. That'll be useful for some of the food recipes we're going to need, but it's also useful in the mead. And now that we're going to be doing our smelting, we should be able to start making mead soon, which will be nice. A few more carrots. Alright, you guys getting hungry? Eat a little bit. Alright, so we just about cleared up this area of gray. Yeah, everything's discovered there. So we're going to go ahead and start heading this way, follow the coast a bit, and just get the outline of this island, see what we're working with. Now, I don't know where the trader is, but if I remember correctly, the trader is usually in the Dark Forest. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I could be wrong. Since we're right here and we've seen quite a few of these, I'll go ahead and show you what this is, just so you'll have an idea. As you can see, there's a bunch of branches, the purple smoke, oh, and a couple of big guys. This is just like the spawner that we see in the dungeon for the skeletons, except this one is for these guys. And you can see they're just going to keep spawning in more and more guys. We need to get it destroyed. I got hit with the poison, but it's not too bad. Alright. We got 2 of them now. And we're getting a little bit of danger here. Our life is getting kind of low. I'm gonna get away from them for now. I don't wanna die. What we're gonna do is get away, and we're just gonna re-eat our food here, anything that we can. This should help us heal up. That's another reason why we want to get to the mead, because the mead will allow us to make healing potions, which will be very useful. Unfortunately, it is still raining, and that one just healed the other, almost back to full life. Alright, we got the 1 star dealt with. That's gonna help out a lot. I don't know where the other one went. Oh, he's way over there now. So I feel like he couldn't see me for whatever reason. It's quite dark out right now, and the rain is not helping. Yeah, I know we've lost our rested bonus, as you can see, so stamina is going to be lower now. Right here, this green glowy thing, ancient seed. We're going to go ahead and we don't need the stones. We'll go ahead and pick that up. And another one there. So I believe we're going to need 3 to summon the boss, but I'm not 100% certain again. We're not in a rush to summon him just yet, so we're just going to keep exploring. We got some more carrots, some more thistle. And it'd be nice if we can find a nice little overhang of stone, something where we can build a campfire to get out of the rain. We will need some stone for that, unfortunately. I did not save any. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. And we're just going to keep exploring. And you see there's some land out there, but fortunately there's no land bridge to it. And we don't have a boat at the moment. Got quite a few guys here. Get some stamina back. Okay, the rain finally stopped. And that pine tree there is going to come in handy. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over there real quick. And we're going to take out our hammer here and make ourselves a camp. Oh, we need 1 more stone. So let's get some stone real quick. Alright, so we got the stone. We'll take our hammer back out here. Put ourselves a campfire down. And we can come over here under this pine tree that's at an angle and just sit down. And since we're under, well, we just got to get just right underneath it. Hold on. And there can't be any enemies nearby or it won't work. Come over here, get underneath that. Okay, just give it a few seconds. Hopefully no bad guys will show up before we get our buff. And this only works on the trees that are at an angle like this. You have to be underneath something in order to get your rested buff. So you could find a stone outcrop that hangs out over the edge, or you could find a tree that's bent like this. Basically anything you can get under, and just build yourself a fire nearby. Alright, well, we're back at the house after our first trip out through the dark forest. As you can see, we explored everything there till we ran out of places to go. So our next exploration is going to be out on this side of the dark forest. And if we still can't find the trader over here, we may have to go north and see, because I think there is a little bit of black forest up here. Yeah, there's right there. So it may extend up to here as well. So we've got our first trip back. We're going to drop our stuff off, and we're going to keep looking and see if we can find him. And I'm also going to clear out the inventory and see if maybe I can bring back some copper this time. I did get a little bit of tin while I was out. So our next goal is going to be to keep exploring and try and find some copper. Because we're not going to be able to do much until we can get enough copper and tin to make that bronze. Oh, while we were out there, we did manage to come across quite a few trolls. You see we got 20 troll hide now, so we're going to go ahead and finally craft our last piece, troll hide cape, which takes 10. So it's definitely an investment for that. That'll give us the full set, which will now give us the, see, it says sneaky buff. So when wearing all 4 pieces, we get a bonus to our sneak. So that's going to help in any situation where we need to kind of hide as we're moving. And while we're here, let's go ahead and see what we can do to upgrade. So it takes 2 hide for each and 5 hide for the cape to upgrade. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade these first, since those are going to give us the biggest bonus. And we'll see what we have left. No, not enough left to do that last piece. Go ahead and put on all our upgraded stuff again. And we'll drop our stuff back off. Alright, we got some tin, which we can go ahead and take over here to smelt. Alright, we got plenty of, only 2 tin that time. We got plenty of coal stored up, though. And we got plenty of wood here. And plenty of wood out there if we need it. Alright, so let's get everything repaired. Inventory's cleaned out, basically. So let's go grab some copper and do some exploration over in this direction. That's going to be our next goal. Alright, well, we're back here at the house. We did a lot of exploration here. We pretty much cleared up this first island now. I mean, we ran around a lot. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like the trader's here on this piece of island. You see there's a little bit up here. You see there's a little bit down there. Might be some over there. But it looks like for that, we're probably going to want to have to make a boat. And we're going to have to do a little bit of sailing, which isn't bad. Sailing's kind of fun. It's a good way to get some food if you've got a good bow and arrow by hunting the sea serpents. But as long as we stay close to the shores, we should be able to explore to these new islands. They shouldn't be too far apart. And that'll be the best way to find him. So what we're going to do now is, instead of focusing on the trader, which is unfortunate, we're going to go ahead and grab that copper and tin and get that bronze going. Because it's going to take time to find him now, since we're going to have to build a boat. And I still can't build the carve. I can only build the little raft. So we need to get the bronze tools going so we can cut down the better trees and mine the ore faster. So that's what we're going to start working on now. But that's going to be it for this video. We did plenty of exploration. Got this first island pretty much charted out. We took down quite a few trolls and got our troll armor completed. So that's done. And we got a little bit of remodeling done. As you can see, I spent quite a bit of time just rebuilding all of this here, getting it how we liked it, as well as rebuilding the house. I really like the new house. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do too much with it until we get to stoneworking, so we can put the hearth inside the house and we can have the fire inside. So until then, the house is kind of just for storage. But once we unlock some better stuff, then we'll really be able to start building and really taking advantage of the new hearth and home stuff. Because there's a lot of lot of building features in that, especially the new roofs, the new decorations for the outside and inside of the house, as well as the food. So I'm really looking forward to taking advantage of all of those new parts of the update. But until then, we're going to keep working on getting through these beginning areas. I thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, go ahead and click that like button, and maybe consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell. That way you'll know whenever we release new videos, or perhaps if we do a live stream for Valheim or one of the other games that we're playing right now. So once again, thanks for watching. It's been great, and we'll see you around.